Hello, people. How are you? How's it going? What's the story? What's the crack? So here I am, live, and I wanted just to comment a bit the rehearsals from today. So today we have Cyprus, we had Norway, Croatia, Belgium, we had Israel, Romania, Azerbaijan, Ukraine, and Malta. So it was a really busy day. I was quite happy of all the contenders and the countries because they brought things that they were good. They were not perfect for all of them. Far from that. It's the first rehearsal, so we are expecting that to happen. But their way, they were quite good, to be honest. Anyway, let's start with the first one. Let's start with Cyprus. Cyprus was the starting country, and I think after the rehearsal, they're almost 100% ready. The concept is there. I think it's working perfectly. The outfits works perfectly. The vocals are on point. They have some iconic imagery. They have the ending is really good with El Diablo and fire. So they have pyro as well. I think the package is ready and it's working. And I think they just need a few touches on the camera transitions and angles as always. But just a few touches, like very small touches. So it's almost 100% ready. So this is already there. Very good. I really enjoy Cyprus. Then Norway came. Norway, they have the same staging as in the national final. I don't know if you've watched the national final from Norway, but they have exactly the same stage. The ticks in the middle and the four podiums with the black devils or angels, call it however you want. But the thing is, they have some improvements. They have improvements on the outfit. Tix is wearing like this long cape, like feathery cape, but it's also wearing a silver dress. So it's not wearing gold anymore, and I think it fits better, this silver. And then also they improve, obviously, the visuals and the lighting. The lighting of the end is brighter, is bringing yellowish colors, and you could see better. So I think that's an improvement as well. What I don't like about Norway is the concept. I don't think the concept, I know what they are trying to transmit or what Tix is trying to say, but I think the song is too mellow, too bland, to bring like four guys dressed up in black angels or devils. I think that doesn't suit the song, and that put me off a bit, and that's why I'm not into Norway as other people are. But maybe it's just me, and it's just a personal taste, and that's it. But it's there. Vocally, it was good, so I have no complaints about that. The only thing is I don't like the staging. I don't like the concept they are trying to say. The staging, they are selling the concept that they wanted. So that's okay. I cannot discuss or complain about it. So that was Norway. Then after Norway, we moved to Croatia. Croatia, it says pink and blue and neon. So neons are this year recurrent thing. Many people are using neons this year, but Croatia was one of the first starting to use. The problem with Croatia is they have still many things to polish. The good things is it's a catchy song, the vocals are on point, and if they tidy it up, it can work. It can work, and the public can go for this. But there needs a lot of tidying up on the transitions, on the camera angles, and what to focus on here, and the lighting. So they have plenty of work, I'd say. But the concept is there, and it can work. I think it can work. It goes well with the song. It fits the song. So Croatia was okay. Then we moved to Belgium. Belgium is completely different from all the others. The others were all kind of darkish, and Belgium is as well dark. They are all dressed in black, but they are solid, they are sober, and they are elegant. So this is the adjectives I'll say for this staging that Croatia, that Belgium had. And it is dark because they are wearing black. No, it's not dark. There's a lot of light. It's white light over these black outfits. So it's very bright, let's say. So even though if it's dark, it's bright. And that is a change from all the other before rehearsals and performances. Belgium gels quality. That's what I say on Twitter, and I repeat it here. Belgium gels quality. Will this be enough for jurors and public to vote for it? I don't know. But for me, I think it's a very quality song. Vocally, she was perfect. She was performing, and you could see that in the faces that she was doing. She was trying to say something. She was trying to send the message of the song. And the first one, it didn't work. Well, the first that we could see, the press, it didn't work as good as the last one, but it is there, and there's time for improvement. But the rest is almost there as well. Like, they have to change a few things, but they're very little touches. So they have the package ready. Either you buy it or you don't buy it. It depends a lot if you like this type of songs or if you appreciate quality. If you do, Belgium is good. So those were the first 4 in the morning that rehearsed. So Cyprus, Norway, Croatia, and Belgium. Then in the afternoon, we have Israel, Romania, and Azerbaijan. Out of these 3, we have Israel. First one, rehearsing. Israel, it needs a lot of tidying up as well. The transitions were not good. The lighting were missing at some point. There's nothing outstanding here, but the vocals. She's vocally really, really good. Like, she was even singing the whistle notes that nobody was expecting to sing in the rehearsal. And she did it, one after the other. So she's powerful. She's a good performer, and they should exploit that more. So they should have more close-up of her. And the lighting is very important as well for the dances and for everything. Drawbacks. Very similar chorals to Croatia. It's pink and blue as well a lot during this rehearsal. But we saw at the very last run-through that they changed a bit the colors at the very end of the song. But they could do that the rest of the song. I think it works as well. Even of pink and blue, just use white and blue or something like that. Or try to look for another color, because you can change the lighting. I don't think that will be a big problem. Or if you don't, or you can't change the lighting, you need to change the camera angle so you don't see as much as this pinky blue atmosphere that you create, because it reminds you of the previous, not the previous, but the previous one contender that it was Croatia, that is similar colors. They have a good use of the lateral LED lights. I really like that, because there are like some kind of drawings with the lights of the shape and shade of Fidenaline, and with the dreadlocks in pink, and it was nice. I really like that. But they need to tidy up. They need to tidy up many things. They have the time until the second rehearsal, and hopefully they'll get there, as well as Croatia. They will. Maybe they change the color, maybe they will go for another angles, but I'm sure that they'll get there. Then we have Romania. Romania, for me, has been the best concept so far. I think what they are selling the song perfectly. The problem is the execution. The execution wasn't good at all. The transitions were not ready yet. There were changes of camera angles that were missed. There were changes on one of the runs they put some fog on the stage, and it worked really nice. But then there's a part where they dragged a Roxanne through the stage that you couldn't see anything because it was full of fog. So you could see a guy like dragging something, but you couldn't see that it was Roxanne. So there are a few things like technically that they need to improve, and I think that won't be as much of a problem as the choreo. The choreo is amazing. It's a very modern choreo. I don't know who the choreographer is, but he did a hell of a job. The problem is that Roxanne at the end of the choreo, let's say, she gets out of breath, and you can feel that. And it's complicated because it's very complicated choreo, and sometimes it's running to one place, running to other places, it's getting down, it's getting up. So that's very demanding. So I don't know. It's very demanding choreo. So they can work up through that, or they can try to adapt her to do the choreo, not moving so much, so she can hit the notes easily. But they have they have the package, and if they are able to pull it out and to do it properly, I think this is really, really good, like, for Eurovision. I mean, this is a really high quality concept, and this is really high quality choreography, and she's a good singer, but she's not she's not used to dance and sing because she's very young. She doesn't have the experience. And as I was saying in the live comments before when I was saying it, like there are only very few artists that can do that, like of moving a lot and singing. One of them could be Beyonce. But so obviously she's very young. She's not there yet. But they could adapt a bit. So she doesn't need to be perfect because you don't need to be perfect in Eurovision vocally. But she needs to be better. She needs to improve a bit to be there at some level that you need here in Eurovision. But she could be there. She could be there. And they have to improve those things. So everything, let's say. But they have the concept, and the concept is really good, and the choreography is really good. So they just need to get everything into shape, and that will be amazing if they have the time and they have the resources to do that. We'll see in the second rehearsals what they do. I'm very good to see the second rehearsals of Romania. Then we have Azerbaijan. Some people are saying that they didn't like Azerbaijan because they didn't like the visuals. I like the visuals. I think the colors were working. It's nothing outstanding or out of anything, but the visuals, you have to watch them on the video. It's not the same as watching the photographs, because the photographs tell you what the atmosphere is, but it's not continuous. So it's complicated. But on the video, I didn't get put off by the visuals. I like them. There are a few things that they're good, actually. And she was really good vocally. She was vocally on point. It's not a very demanding song, but she's a good singer. And she can move and dance. It's not such a demanding choreo. The choreography is not very active, let's say. It's more sexy than active, than sporty, like Roxanne's choreography was. But I don't know. They are selling what they have. Like they have that product and they are selling that product. So either you like the product or you don't like. But don't complain because I don't like it. Yeah, because you don't like the product. But it doesn't mean that the product is bad. I think the product is there. It's gonna have the public for it. So some people will vote for this and Euros will buy this, and some others will not. And that's it. That's the way it is. It's nothing outstanding. It's not the best song ever. It's not the best staging ever. But it's a package, and I think they have the package. They have it almost there. They have to tweak a few things, not much. So they can sell it. It will depend on all the others contenders of the semi-final if it's good enough or not. We'll see. We'll see soon. Next week. Well, following one. Then we have the last two after there was a break, and then we have Ukraine and Malta. Ukraine for me was the surprise of the day. I like Ukraine a lot, so obviously I have a bias. I try to be as objective as I can as with all the others, but I like the song. I think it's diverse, it's different, and it's mixing things that not everybody can mix, and vocally it was flawless. So it was just listening to the studio version. Today, many of the artists were like the studio version, and that's something that you should value, like at least yours, because people maybe are not more into music or vocally perfection, but you should appreciate this. And then visually, it was like, I don't know, if Belgium yelled quality, Ukraine just yells. It's just a yell. It's just chaos everywhere. It's just, I don't know. I was trying to explain what I was watching. I cannot, because it was so arresting, so active. It was moving all the time, and it was very difficult to explain what I was watching on the background. And then I was watching the photographs from the Eurovision.tv, the official photographs, and I say, okay, I'm watching things that I didn't realize before when I was watching the run-throughs. So yeah, I think it's a performance that everybody's gonna remember. Everybody. I don't know if for the good or for the worse. I probably really for the good. For me, it was for the good because I like it. But I think they are selling as well the song. The song is very, very weird or chaotic as well, and trance, and they are selling that in the performance. And that's a very good point for them. So it's something very impactful, and she, as I was saying before, like she was flawless singing. Even the high note at the end, she was hitting that, and she was sounding like a studio version. So very, very, very good. Ukraine, I think, were very good. And then we have Malta. Malta was at the end. Malta, we know that is one of the favorites, first at the odds. But for me, Malta play it safe, referring to the referring to the staging. They have the singer, and she's amazingly good. Like she sounds as well like studio version. She was flawless. It was hitting all the notes. It's a demanding song vocally, this one, and she was perfect. Like so, Destiny was perfect. And that's a really good thing for Malta because and they have the song. The song is really good. It's competitive. It's very competitive, and they have the singer. And some people are saying, okay, this is gonna win Eurovision. I'm saying it could. They can win Eurovision, but they don't have an amazing staging. That's what I'm saying. This is not a staging that you say, okay, with this you just get the trophy and you win. No, you will be there because you are competitive enough. You have the song and you have the singer. So 2 of the 3 things you need for winning Eurovision. The staging is not bad. Don't get me wrong, but the staging is just very standard. It needs tied up as well. It needs tidying up to my taste. Tidying up of some of the transitions, tidying up of the camera angles. Also, I'm not so sure about some of the colors that are using and the lighting. But I'm sure that they will get that. They will get the perfect tune that they are looking for. Is the concept? I think that they've been like very. They are not been very bold enough. They haven't been very bold enough to sell something else. They're just selling. They're playing with the colors. The choreography is very standard as well. There's nothing much there, but they are not getting a lot from the staging. They could, I mean, because they have a story to sell. They could have gone from there, from the story that they are selling, or they could have gone from the style of the music, this cabaret type of thingy, and they haven't exploited that much. They are relying on her, on Destiny. That's good. I mean, it's the best thing that you have. And they're relying on the song. Very good. Okay. That's enough. So that's what Malta is doing. So I wouldn't say they are not winning or they're not qualifying. I wouldn't dare to say that. But they are playing it safe. That's the only thing I'm saying. So out of these 9 countries, the winners for me from the day, with no doubt, have been Ukraine and Cyprus. And for me, way above, probably third one, fourth one, it would be Belgium. And then the rest. The rest are still not there. These are a step above the others. Not because they are better, because they are almost ready. And that's why I voted for the press poll. I voted to Ukraine and Cyprus. Because I think they are way above the others. Maybe on the second rehearsal this changes and the others speed up and they get there with their work and they get over these entries. But these are ready already. And that's already a good thing for them. So that's a plus. You don't need to change much. You have the package, you have the concept, you have almost the full staging and the props, the angles transition, you have almost ready. So you can work now, you can focus on polishing a few things. Whereas the others, they have to focus on tidying up everything. So that was my thinking. Anyway, as always, this is my personal taste. As I said before, I'm trying to be as objective as I can, but it's impossible. Like you are watching something and you have your taste. Anyway, this will change most likely on the second rehearsals. Maybe it doesn't, but it will probably change because the thing is that the teams and the delegations get the feedback, read the press and talk with people, and they try to be as good as possible. So if they have the possibility and the resources, they will change things for the best. So many of them will do that. And I'm sure the second rehearsals will be on point for most of the countries. But we'll get there when they are. Okay, guys, so that was my summary of the day 2. I'm going to record afterwards a video with the semi-final 1 first rehearsals, and talking about what I think are in best position for qualifying and which one are not. But that will be an edited video that I'll load either this evening or tomorrow morning, I'll say. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be streaming as much as I can. I cannot match during the weekdays, but I'll try to stream. I'll watch them for sure. I can watch them, but I won't be able to stream it live. Most of them. Some of them I will. So if you want, just check the bell button notifications. Subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the videos. Comment anything. I'll try to reply. We can have a chat or whatever. And see you in the next video, guys. Bye.